Welcome to the Dreamlands, everybody. So, I have been getting quite a few requests for some new multiplayer games up, and I'm just in the middle of uploading the campaign at the moment, but I decided to take a quick break from that and get some multiplayer games up for you guys. So, I have Mission 9 is currently recorded, and I will probably upload that tomorrow. And in the meantime, I have got a game for you, and what a game it is going to be. This is on the Shallows, and I don't believe I've cast any games on this map quite yet. It's one of the newer maps. So before we get into player introductions and the game proper, let's take a look at this map. It isn't particularly big, but it is narrow and quite long. So it's very common to see macro games on this map. The distance between the starting players is quite long. In addition to that, your starting location is pretty much unassailable. You just have this tiny little entrance into your initial resourcing location, and both of your natural expansions are very, very close by, and in fact close to each other as well. So all you really need to do on this map is defend this area right here, and you can successfully mine off of 3 resource locations. And then all of the artifacts spawn in this densely populated area in the middle. There's a lot of rough terrain here, and then both players again have their extraction zones on some high ground to the east and west. Another interesting thing about this map is there's actually color on it. There's green. Now this map is quite far north in location, so it's pretty much right up by Coalition territory. So you've got some like grassy fields here, and the Shallows is basically a early warning sensor system right outside of Coalition territory. So with that said, let's get into player introductions, and if you follow Deserts of Kharak, neither of these players will need any introduction whatsoever. Spawning in the south side of the map, we have Agame, and he is playing as the Knef. I have never seen him play Knef. This is awesome. Playing as the Coalition forces on the north side of the map, we have Descara. So this was actually the round of 16 from the 9th Artifact Cup. And again, neither of these players need any introduction. If you follow the game, 2 of the top players, if not the top 2. So with that said, let's get into it, and it looks like Descara on the north side has gone for a full economic opener. He went support cruiser first, is now mining fully off of 2 resource locations, and in fact he is setting up his 3rd resource location already. This is definitely the fastest I've ever seen a pretty much damn near 3 base, if you will, economy. But Agame already has a pretty significant number of sand skimmers on the field, which he's got 6 sand skimmers. So he is just poking in and seeing what Descara is doing. Now he has spotted that Descara has gone for a full-on economic opener, and with Descara's carrier right in the front here and a very nicely placed turret, he will be pretty much immune to any harassment. And so Agame sees that. And what is his answer going to be? Probably to do an economic opener of his own. And yeah, he has production cruiser refinery mode already researched, and he is now producing another production cruiser, so it looks like he is going to follow suit and go up to a 3 base economy, and it looks like we are going to get geared up for a nice macro game between these 2 top tier players. I am super excited about this game. This is going to be just awesome. Very nicely done. Descara has tacked right to AAVs. He has AAVs on the field, and he's going for a artifact pickup. Now it looks like Agame has recycled his starting base runner in order to get a few extra resources that allowed him to build a lot of sand skimmers pretty quickly, and is giving him that great deal of map control. He's got vision pretty much on like 3/4 of the map, so he knows exactly what Descara is up to. And is he going to get... I imagine he's going to tech straight to railguns. So, yep, he is teching straight to railguns, although he already has assault ship production. So he has assault ships of his own on the field. So pretty much equivalent in terms of tech. And despite the fact that Descara has a bit of an economic advantage, he was mining off of 3 bases a little bit quicker. That's going to allow him to have a slight edge in macro. We're pretty even. It'll be very, very soon before... it'll be shortly, I should say, before Agame is totally caught up in terms of economy. And in terms of unit count and unit composition, we're looking pretty much dead even. So I'm expecting big things out of this game. I'm not entirely sure why Descara brought that artifact all the way back here. His extraction zone is up here, right up there. So it looks like he's going for it now. And this is a pretty good time. You want to do that before the railguns get on the field. But nice response from Agame. He's got this AAV and these skimmers just blocking the path. No, a nicely placed turret, though, will be able to just see this off completely. But you can just tell, I mean, I've played against both of these players, and you can tell by the way that they're playing that they have utmost respect for their opponent. They're being quite cautious. We have a small skirmish going on the right side of the map. That was just an assault ship versus an AV. Pretty much dead even. Neither player really wants to commit there. And it looks like Descara is going for a pretty cheeky placement on this turret. It's like hidden from this entire side of this rocky formation here. What this is going to do is this is going to cover this entire ground here. None of these units can come around this rock here. And yep, you can see that right now. The turret is just unloading, and these turrets are terrifyingly strong. They will just chew through all of these units quite rapidly, especially when they're supported by this number of LAVs. Now we have railguns and we have air. We have strike fighters already on the field for Descara. And good lord, we have interceptors on the field as well for Agame. So again, both players like pretty much dead even in terms of economy and in terms of military. But Agame is pushing out with his carrier already. That is pretty awesome. This is literally my favorite vessel in the entire game. Look at how sick it looks. I like these little doors on the side. Let's just watch this interceptor dock with the little door on the side of the carrier. Oh yeah, that was awesome. Let's watch what's actually going on. So it looks like Agame wants to apply a bit of pressure here. And I like this. He's just leaving a couple of units to watch the 2 left routes into his side of the map. Very nice, actually. He's going to use his Knef carrier's missiles as well as the interceptors to destroy that turret. So very nicely played by Agame. Now he's created a base runner. So I like this. He knows Descara has an artifact, so he does not want to let him get the lead.
Artifact location detected. Blast drone ready to deploy.
Another feature of this map is it's actually really difficult to fight through the center here. The terrain's very dense, lots of things that block line of sight and create a lot of problems for units moving through here, so pretty tough to fight through the middle here. Looks like Descara was trying to poke around the left side here. And he's trying to prevent Agame from delivering this artifact. Make sure we got no combat going on the left side. We don't, so that's cool. We can watch this. With a couple of AAVs here, I don't think this is a good idea. Agame knows it. He does not want to push in. Lost two LAVs there, and he's forced to flee with his base runner. So he's not going to be able to deliver this artifact. And now he's moving back with his entire army here. So Descara successfully has forced Agame to move his entire army back. Do we have a blast drone there? Look at that. There's a little blast drone right there. I like it. Very nice smoke. Smoke on both sides. Neither player is really ready to commit yet. both just trying to outmaneuver their opponent and deliver an artifact. Neither player able to deliver an artifact either. This game is so close. I have never seen a game this close. Like, look at this. Both players are so even and so cautiously. But I feel like now would be a good time to get that artifact in there for Descara. Too bad it's like way on the other side of the map. There's no way he's going to get that in. I say that, but it wouldn't surprise me if he did. And now we have strike fighters just pummeling this base runner. Is this base runner going to make it? It's going to be so close. No, it's going to go down for sure.
Interceptor ready for launch.
More missiles. Boom, it goes down. So Descara
Artifact has been launched.
has a nice pickup there. He's able to shut down that base runner. Now if Agame wants to deliver any more artifacts, he has to now build another base runner. And a huge backstab coming from Descara. Very, very nice play. He was able to force Agame all the way onto the left side of the map, and now he has a massive number of LAVs in, and this is bad news. Agame is going to lose this production cruiser.
Interceptor.
Is he going to save it? Oh, surely not. There's no way. He did? He did. Okay, he's gonna lose it now. No. What? Okay, I don't know if that was just like epic, ungodly, inhuman skill, or a mistake on Descara's part, because he did not lose that production cruiser. That was literal insanity. That's probably the most insane thing I've ever seen. That production cruiser was dead. It's dead.
Launching interceptor.
It should be dead. But yeah, it's not. So I don't know what to say about that. That was pretty insane. And I like this missile play. See, the Knef missiles have the ability, kind of like artillery, to just force your opponent back, even if they're not doing damage. Like, ideally, you want them doing damage, but even if they're not doing damage, they're forcing your opponent to move. Oh, nice hit! That was insanely nice. Now we have a fearsome number of railguns on the field. Let me just check the map real quick. So I like this. Look at how many sand skimmers Agame has, and he is just protecting the left side of his map. But we have a massive push coming from Descara. There are so many LAVs here, and it looks like he is going to push really hard and go for the artifact drop-off. He is definitely going to get this one. I think he's going to get it. And some very nice airstrikes. These must have a lot of upgrades. Okay, so they do have an armor upgrade or two. I think they have 2 armor upgrades at this point. Big battle, though. Oh, nice defense from Agame, though. He lost a shockingly few number of units to all of that. But a successful push by Descara. I will call that a success. Descara lost quite a lot of units, but he was able to secure an artifact on the back of that. So Descara has taken the lead with a 1-0. And what a play. That battle was intense. I kept forgetting to commentate on what was going on because I was just watching it with my jaw hanging down.
Railgun defensive capabilities increased.
Now it looks like Agame has finally researched siege cruiser production, and he is about to pop a siege cruiser right onto the field. Now this is going to be huge. I guess he was just making sure no units were coming through the mid there. Nice play, using his skimmers to screen for his railguns, and it looks like we're going to have a massive engagement here. 2 carriers leading the charge, 2 massive armies. This is going to be epic.
Defensive capabilities increased.
Look at this unit control. This micro is absolutely nuts, and a big artillery bombardment. But nice control from Descara. Look at that. He was able to save the majority of his units. That was amazing. I'm just going to keep popping into the sensors manager to make sure I'm not missing anything here. But I'm going to try and watch every battle as it happens, because these players are at the top of their game. And already this game has been super intense. Oh, just give me a sec while I get a drink of water here.
Artillery moving. Grid mark verified. Area ready.
Fleet capacity increased.
Looks like we have a second siege cruiser in production. We are getting honor guard cruiser fabrication as well. So what is Descara going to do about this? I mean, he's been building or researching whatever he has been building or researching for quite a long time, so it's got to be something cool. And it is artillery cruisers. So we now have artillery cruisers on the field for our coalition player.
Rally points acknowledged.
Destination locked in.
Nice artillery bombardment there, again, just forcing Descara's units back.
Sand skimmer now in service.
Look at how active both players are. They are all over the map. Their macro is completely out of control.
Destination locked in. Move to destination. Command authority
I gotta
recognized.
say, I have the utmost respect for both of these players. They are just incredible
Base
to
runner
watch
now in service.
and completely awful to play against.
Sand skimmer taking enemy fire. Sand skimmer destroyed.
I love, you know, one of my favorite things about this game is just the back and forth of the battles.
Sensors picking up enemy artillery cruiser.
Honor guard cruiser production is now available.
Combat alert. Enemy artillery.
This could be a big artillery barrage. Descara needs to get these railguns out of there. They don't have any armor upgrades. They are majorly susceptible to this.
Sand skimmer. Hostile railgun neutralized.
1,
Enemy
2.
forces have retrieved an artifact.
Well, that was actually quite nice. There's only 2 railguns went down from that entire barrage. Now we have huge number of railguns just taking up the high ground position, and another siege cruiser.
Hostile carrier inbound on RAO.
Oh, nice hits. Now the thing about the Knef siege cruiser is it is an absolute monster in a direct fight. Oh, that was a huge artillery hit. Descara lost like a handful of LAVs there.
Mark set.
And there's some more fighting going on. I imagine that was some strike fighters
Long range
and
advanced set.
Agame using his interceptors to intercept them.
Point verified.
Very cool. But yeah, the Knef siege cruiser is a monster in close combat, but it's so you can't engage it directly. But its artillery barrage actually is not that great. It has a larger spread and a slower projectile than the others, so it's pretty easy to dodge, which is how they balance it out. But another artillery barrage, so we have, there's got to be 2 of these on the field now. Yep, so there are 2 artillery cruisers for Descara on the field, and it looks like he has snuck another artifact out of mid. Agame does not want to let him take that. This is an insane fight, just so much back and forth. And you know, just as I was going to mention, I really love this positioning on Agame's siege cruiser here, because it can be extremely difficult to fight in this terrain here. So having your siege cruiser there, you can't assault it with units through any of these little paths into the mid, because they will just get absolutely wrecked by the siege cruiser's direct fire.
Base runner under fire.
We have another base runner going in, but Agame, I don't think he's going to get it. A nice smoke, I like it. He's just going to sit inside there, but that's just going to delay the inevitable. However, it is going to force Descara to just leave these LAVs here if he wants to take that base runner down. And Agame is going to take the opportunity here and push forward. He now has an honor guard cruiser on the field, so he has... Oh, he killed his own base runner. Ah, fuck it. Kills his own base runner. But he was able to kill all of those LAVs too. And now look at this. He is just slowly creeping forward. This is honestly anyone's game, even now. We have assault cruisers on the field even.
Rally point acknowledged.
And a big precision barrage. Oh, look at how fast that siege cruiser went down. Oh my god, I didn't know the precision barrages were that good.
Now in service. Sand skimmer
So the coalition artillery cruiser has 2 different types of barrages. An area barrage, which has a much wider spread, and a more concentrated precision strike, which you saw there, how effective that was against cruisers. Oh my god, now Agame is on the back foot all of a sudden. He lost a siege cruiser. His honor guard cruiser is in kind of a bit of trouble here. He's gonna have to pull it back. He lost the siege cruiser. He lost like half of his skimmers and half of his railguns. So a nice push from Descara. Good lord. I'm still laughing about that over here. His siege cruiser just killed his own base runner because all those LAVs there. I think that was worth it though. He killed all of those LAVs with a barrage. That was hilarious though. Oh my god, that was so funny. Another honor guard cruiser. So we have 2 honor guard cruisers and a siege cruiser going up against. Oh god, there's a battle cruiser on the field. So we have 2 artillery cruisers, an assault cruiser, and a battle cruiser. This is insane. I don't think I've ever seen a game like this before.
Construction of heavy railgun complete. Construction of heavy railgun complete.
When these 2 players finally engage, this battle is going to be absolutely nuts. But again, one of the benefits of artillery is, just like the missiles that I was talking about earlier, ideally you want them doing damage, but even if they're not doing damage, you're forcing your opponent back. You're creating like this dead zone of area where his units cannot move. Now look at these huge artillery barrages. So much damage. But very nice control by Agame there. He just moved. We have a cruise missile launch. We have a cruise missile launch. Massive damage. Oh my. But very nice control. Look at those splits. He's half his army there, half his army there. He did not lose that honor guard cruiser. His carrier is hurting, man. He needs to retreat and heal this baby up.
Now active. We have located an artifact.
What is going on the map here? That was huge. So we have cruise missiles, we have battle cruisers. This is a game for the books.
Acknowledged. Coordinates verified.
Mobile logistics support offline.
Take a look at this bad boy.
Get us moving. Sounds good.
You know, I gotta say, you don't often see battle cruisers in games, especially 1v1. They just take so long to get on the field and they're so slow. So I really love seeing them any chance I get.
Command verified. Hostile railgun detected.
Man, look at this positioning. Look at this macro. These guys are nuts, man.
Advance out.
Look at this macro. That is just, I don't even know. That's just insane.
Railgun advancing.
Back and forth it goes. Which side are they going to engage on? At this point in the game, I find it extremely unlikely that this game will be won by artifacts. Super unlikely. Look at this spread of units. This is just insane. But it looks like Descara is going for a full-out assault, so this might be the final battle of the game. Let's hope it is. Let's hope it is in terms of gigantic epic battle. Huge artillery strikes.
Enemy artillery cruiser open fire.
Just dodges though. Again, always dodging. Look at that. Look at that. That was awesome. We've got airstrikes, we have artillery strikes, we have every kind of cruiser in the book. We have nukes, we have fully powered carriers, and it looks like Descara is going to commit. This is going to be a gigantic battle. Oh man, huge artillery hits, just absolutely huge. These railguns are just getting absolutely wrecked. Descara is committing here. He is pushing in. His carrier has so much power. Look at this. And another cruise missile right on top of, oh man, right on top of the carrier. And most of Agame's army is gone. This is going to be it. I think Descara is going to take this. I know Descara is going to take this. There's no way he can lose now. And boom. Oh man, what a game. What a crazy game. I hope you guys enjoyed that as much as I did. That game was awesome. I also have round 2 from Descara versus Agame from the Artifact Cup 9. I will cast that in a couple of days. I'll put up mission 9 from the campaign tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe. And you can follow me on Twitter. The link will be in the video description. Thanks again, guys. See you next time.